Hi and welcome. In this video I'm going to give you a behind the scenes walkthrough in the private members only areas of the Rank and Rent Club. And towards the end I'll also let you know what my extra special bonus offer is going to be. And it's a biggie. It involves me actually doing several hours of work for you to help you hit the ground running with your Rank and Rent projects. So please watch to the end to find out what it is. First though, I wanted to cover why the Rank and Rent model is so good for building a solid online income. And by way of letting you know the real potential here, I've got a mate who pulls in over 6 figures a month doing exactly this. Yes, I said 6 figures a month. Rank and Rent can be that lucrative. Work on just one Rank and Rent project each month, and by the end of a year you could easily be pulling in 10k per month or more. Now here's the really important bit. Rank and Rent is actually the easiest SEO there is to do, providing you do the research right at the start, which is the important bit and is covered in the training. Like anything with SEO, getting the niche and keyword research right to begin with is essential. Now, I've sold in excess of $250,000 worth of my own keyword software over the last few years, so I do have a bit of experience in this area. Your Rank and Rent membership includes unlimited access to a keyword tool that was built specifically for this purpose, helping with local SEO for the right keywords. It'll help you quickly dig out the winning opportunities, niches and keywords that you can rank for quickly and easily. And that's the whole point, working smart, finding the low-hanging fruit, the stuff that's easy to rank for, and the whole process just falls into place. And the thing is, the more projects you do, the better you'll get at this. And not only will it get easier to find those golden niches, you'll probably end up with a spreadsheet full of a backlog of them. You'll also get better at ranking your sites, so you'll be able to go after tougher niches with bigger traffic and rental income opportunities, letting you scale your business to be able to earn more without actually having to work harder. Remember, you're getting a complete software suite included worth over $1,500 a year, tools that work together specifically for the purpose of creating high value rank and rent properties. That said, let's have a run through the full members area so you can see what you're getting on the inside. So I'm logged in as a member, and if we go over to the Learn drop-down menu here, it includes all the main teaching topics and modules, from Start Here to Find, Build, Rank, Rent, Scale, GMB module and PBM module, and the page that I'm on at the moment, which is the over-the-shoulder page. This is where I'd recommend you start. You may even have watched these already, as I believe they're available for free members as well. Now, they are 2 long, detailed and really useful webinars. Both are around 3 hours in length and give you a really good big picture overview of the process involved. Watching these first gives you a clear idea of how it all fits together. Then you can go through each of the individual lessons and modules step by step and actually take action on each one as you follow along. So let's have a look at some of the other training that you get. Now, this is the Start Here page, and it basically covers the fundamentals of SEO. There's only less than half a dozen lessons on here. So the Rank and Rent project itself, what Rank and Rent is, but more importantly, the fundamentals of SEO. These are very, very good videos. They'll give you a good core understanding of what SEO actually is, demystify it, stop it being scary and make it a lot simpler. SEO doesn't need to be frightening or confusing. It is just a process following the right steps, and this will help you break that down and understand that. So the next page, if we go across to my next tab, is the Find page, which is niche and keyword research. Now, there's a dozen training videos on here in 2 or 3 different modules, and there's over 2 hours worth of training. It is in-depth, detailed, very, very, very good training on how to go about finding the right niche to target and the right keywords within that niche. Now, I think there's an old saying about if you had 10 minutes to save the world, the best way to spend those 10 minutes would be 9 minutes planning how to save the world and then 1 minute of execution. That's a really good way of looking at niche and keyword research. If you do this right, everything else falls into place. Everything else becomes easy. Pick the right niche and it's not going to be difficult at all. That's why I said earlier on, local SEO for things like Rank and Rent especially is easy. You just have to pick the right niche and get the right keywords. And the software that these guys have built is all based on doing exactly that. It makes it really easy for you to do so. They've got a massive database of local keywords, local data and local information to make it really easy for you to get it right at the start, first time, so that when you build out your site, you know you're going to be on a winner. It's probably worth me mentioning as a bit of background. I've been building niche sites since 2001 and making money doing so. I've built thousands of sites in hundreds of different niches, and I've been doing keyword research and SEO both for my own sites and for clients over the last 15 years. So I've got a fair bit of experience in this area. Now I've gone through this training. It's bang on. It's really good. I learned some stuff and I know what I'm doing. This is really good training, but Herc also breaks it down. He makes it practical. He makes it easy to follow and to get what's going on. He's not trying to blind you with science. He's not trying to show off how much he knows. He's trying to impart his knowledge to you, and he's damned good at it. So as far as I'm concerned, this is some of the best training out there for SEO, for anything. This is the kind of research you should be doing, but this is very specifically geared towards rank and rent projects, and it's good. Okay, let's zoom on to the next page, otherwise this video is going to end up being too long. Okay, this is the build page. It is obviously about how to build a site, specifically a rank and rent site using WordPress. Now I think there are 17 or 18 videos in this section, so there's quite a lot, but again, Herc is going through things in detail, breaking it down to cover exactly what you need to know. Now there's a bit there that I'll blur because it's covering some of the projects. I have to be careful on what I show you within the members area, and there was a bit there that I need to keep private as it's for paid members only. Basically everything you need to know about setting up a rank and rent website using WordPress is covered in detail, and again Herc breaks it down in such a way to make it easy for you to follow and to get it right. So now let's move on to the next module, which is how to rank your site in Google. Now you're probably expecting this to be a really long section. It's not, and there's a good reason for that. It's actually only 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 videos in total covering the important bits. Now this is the point with ranking your site. If you've done the previous steps correctly, if you've done the niche research and the keyword research correctly, and you set up your site in the right way, then ranking is really a case of paint by the numbers, following the steps. And this is what this video series, this module covers, those steps that you need to take to rank your site, and they're not difficult. Again, Herc breaks it down into bite-sized chunks to make it easy for you to follow and to get it right. Okay, next page is let's find you a renter, a customer for your site, for your rank and rent project once it's up and running. Now I'll admit I haven't actually gone through all the training on this yet because I'm not actually at that stage with my own projects, but there are, I believe, a dozen training modules, training videos on here. So again, everything is covered, and I expect it to be the same quality as training as we've had in every other module. As I say, totally upfront here, I've not gone through these particular videos yet because I'm not at that stage, but these guys actually do this for a living. They know how to rank a site and then get a customer to rent it from them. So that's what they cover in these videos: how to do the same, how to find a customer for your rank and rent project once it's at that stage. So the next page is how to scale your business. Very, very important, being able to scale it so you can actually earn more and more without having to take on lots of extra staff or things like that. So they cover the best ways of doing it, depending on whether you do want to take on staff or just have outsourcers or just work on yourself, on your own, etc. Again, very, very good teaching on how to scale your business. So they're not missing this out. It is included to make sure that you can grow as and when you're ready. Okay, the next section is Google My Business, and they got an expert on Google My Business in a guy called Matthew Veersteg. Now, I have gone through all of this training. I devoured it as soon as I got in as a member. It is really good training. There have been some updates since he did this because there have been changes. This guy really is bang on with his GMB stuff. He's bang up to date, so it's worth watching the webinars as well, which I'll cover in a moment, because he covers what is happening right now, for instance for lockdown and things like that. But this training is, as I say, I've been ranking sites and building sites for 15-20 years. I know quite a bit, but some of the stuff in here was new to me. Again, really good training, broken down, bite size, easy to follow, easy to learn, and well worth investing in, well worth getting and learning from. It is getting your GMB set up right will help your rank and rent property no end. It can be really powerful, and it's so easy to do once you know how to do it right. Okay, the next module is the PBN module, Private Blog Networks. I'm not going to go through this. I'm not sure it's been added yet. They're still finishing off the videos for that. It's also an area where it is great to have your own private blog network. Great, it makes things easier, it can be very powerful, but you don't need it. You don't actually need your own private blog network in order to rank your rank and rent sites. There are plenty of other ways you can get the backlinks you need, and you really don't need a lot of backlinks. So whilst it is great that that will be there as a full module, so over time you can build your own private blog network if you want to, you don't need to. And that is covered as well in the training. Basically, again, the guys are covering all the bases, leaving nothing out to make sure you have all the information you could possibly need, even though you probably don't need it. Okay, let's move on to the next area, which is the webinars. Now, they hold new webinars roughly every 2 weeks. At the moment anyway, they might do it more often occasionally, but at the moment it's every 2 weeks, and there are previous webinars in here. If you're only a free member, the webinars are only available for 48 hours. Only paid members get the full club access to all the webinar replays. Now, they are really useful to have and to go through. For instance, in one of the recent ones, they had Matt on covering GMBs and what's going on with Google and with so many companies in lockdown. Basically, no GMBs, new ones that were submitted were being approved. They were all being on pending. That has literally just changed again. So Matt is keeping us up to date on the developments within GMBs. Herc goes through his different projects to keep you up to date with what's happening, to help you with real life examples of how the build progresses, how a rank and rent property starts from the beginning all the way through on all his different projects. It is a great way of building on your knowledge base and helping you understand, again, the whole big picture of rank and rent. And the last page we're going to look at is the forum. Now, I'm not going to scroll down the page as I need to keep people's names private, but this is really cool because members are sharing their journeys, posting the steps they've taken and the results they've got so far, problems they've had, how they've overcome them, things like that. And best of all, you can get answers to any questions you have here as well, getting help, feedback and support from the other members on the same path as you. So it's an amazing knowledge-based resource. It's also worth mentioning both Herc and Matt and Todd, I believe, pop in and answer questions on a regular basis. They keep an eye on what's going on and answer questions and help people as much as they possibly can to get people through any hurdles they face and help them out. Now, there is one other page. There is the resources page. Now, I'm not going to bring that up as it would give too much away. There's some stuff on there that was new to me and I've already started using it. It's really useful stuff. Right, so that's a pretty quick run through of the members area. By my rough calculation, and I suspect I'm actually getting under on this, but I reckon there's over 15 to 16 hours worth of seriously good teaching content in here. Basically, everything you need to know and more is covered. There is nothing left out. And remember, you're getting software worth over $1,500 a year included on top. Now, on to my bonus. And first of all, a reminder, it really is a limited offer, so feel free to reach out to me to see if it's still available when you're watching this. Now, as I mentioned earlier, I've got almost 20 years experience in niche research and building niche sites. I have a fairly good idea of how to get it right. I'm going through the rank and rent process myself, and if you use my link to secure your place in the club, then as a very special bonus, I'm offering to give you one of my fully researched projects as a bonus. The niche the keywords and the domain name to use, so you really can hit the ground running once you've gone through the training. Now, I'd suggest you still go through the process and research a niche for yourself, and then use this as an extra, giving you twice the net to catch and close your own rank and rent clients with. Think about that for a moment. Having 2 projects from the get-go gives you twice the opportunity to land a paying client quickly. Now, if you want to claim my bonus, you need to make sure you use my link below. I'll pop it on the screen as well. And it's probably worth clearing your cookies in your browser first to make sure. The link is seouk.com/news/rank and rents. And I'm looking forward to seeing you in the club and the forum and working with you together on a project. Building rank and rent sites really is the simplest way to build a solid business and income stream with SEO, and these guys will help you get there quickly with the right process, the right information, the right training, the right way to do it. Now, I hope you found this video useful and helpful. Please feel free to leave any comments or questions below. Please also like and subscribe to my channel for more videos of the same. Thanks very much for watching.